Yield back.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Louisiana seek recognition?
Question unanimous consent to address the House for 1 minute, revise and extend my remarks.
Without objection, so ordered.
Madam Speaker, I rise today to honor the life of the Honorable Graydon K. Kitchens, Jr., a giant of a man, my former law partner and mentor. Judge Kitchens' list of accomplishments are limitless. I could stand at this lectern for an hour listing off all of his accomplishments and barely scratch the surface. He was a husband of 62 years, a father of 3, a proud grandfather of 6, a varsity pitcher at LSU, our alma mater, U.S. Army lieutenant, a judge, chief justice, a deacon, and a man of deep, profound faith. He provided wise counsel through troubling times to me and so many countless others, and he is an irreplaceable senior statesman in the Louisiana bar. I am among so many who consider him to truly be one of the greatest men I have ever known. As the patriarch of his family, Judge Kitchens planted roots in North Louisiana that will flourish for centuries. Our community lost a towering character and a leader, and we are so much better for the time that we had when he was here. Our prayers are with both Miss Roberta and the entire Kitchens family and all who loved him. Rest in peace, Judge Kitchens. God bless. I yield back.
For what purpose does the gentlewoman from California seek recognition? Without objection, so ordered.
Madam Speaker, I rise today in recognition of Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month. I am wearing purple in support of the millions of Americans, including my mom, who are living with Alzheimer's disease. The nearly 6 million people with Alzheimer's are our sisters, our brothers, our parents, our grandparents, and neighbors, our fellow Americans. Many are suffering in silence because there is so much stigma around having Alzheimer's. I want every patient, family member, and caregiver to know that you matter. Your quality of life matters. Know that you have a champion in Congress who knows how hard it is for family and caregivers. That's why I will continue to push for more investments in Alzheimer's research and care, and will continue to fight so CMS provides equitable access to promising Alzheimer's drugs. Our fight against this devastating disease is nowhere near done. I yield back.
For what purpose does the gentlewoman from Florida seek recognition?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today I rise to honor a Titan of Miami, Mr. Gus Machado, who passed away last month.
Does the gentlelady seek unanimous consent to address the House?
Yes, and I ask for unanimous consent to address the House for 1 minute.
Without objection, so ordered.
So, start again. So, Madam Speaker, today I rise to honor a Titan of Miami, Mr. Gus Machado, who passed away last month. Gus is remembered for his iconic leadership as a pioneering marketer and owner of car dealerships all over Miami. Ford Motor Company recognized his leadership by honoring Mr. Machado with the President's Award in 2003, 2009, and 2010. He was the founder of the United States-Cuba Democracy PAC, but his real legacy will be his heart of service. In 2008, he created the Gus Machado Family Foundation, and every school year, the foundation provides more than 400 children with backpacks full of school supplies. Another impressive example of his generosity was his $5 million donation to St. Thomas University to establish a business school. He was one of the best Cuban-American exile community can produce in Miami. So I'm proud to stand on the floor of the United States House to pay tribute to Mr. Machado. His life was an example of faith, hard work, determination, family, friends, and a good community. In other words, he was the best example of the American dream. Rest in peace. Thank you, and I yield back.
For what purpose does the gentleman from California seek recognition?
I ask for unanimous consent to address the House for 1 minute to revise and extend.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, thousands of young people brought to the U.S. at a young age fought for and have benefited from DACA. This gave recipients and their families a little peace and resulted in economic gains for our country. But the program falls short of a pathway to citizenship. DACA was a significant achievement for many immigrants, but is by no means a substitute for fixing our broken immigration system. Since its inception, DACA has been under attack by far-right politicians. The reality is that DACA has gone back and forth in the courts, leaving DACA recipients and DACA-eligible youth in a state of limbo. This continued legal threat leaves the lives of DACA recipients, DACA-eligible youth, and their families in uncertainty and dread. Congress introduced and passed H.R. 6, the Dream and Promise Act, more than a year ago, but it's stuck in the Senate. We must end the filibuster and pass a real solution for millions of people who call the U.S. home. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I yield back.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Florida seek recognition? Okay. For what purpose does the gentleman from Kentucky seek recognition?
Ask unanimous consent to address the House for 1 minute and revise and extend my remarks.
Without objection.
Madam Speaker, I rise to honor the Mayor of Mayfield, Kathy Onan, for all she's done for her community in the wake of last December's tornado damage. In a nod to her recovery efforts, Mayor Onan was recently named Woman of the Year by the Mayfield-Graves County Chamber of Commerce. I can think of no one more deserving of this high honor. When the storms hit, the mayor led by example in getting her community back on its feet. She was there for her citizens when they needed it the most, and she continues to work tirelessly to bring all parties together to rebuild the proud community of Mayfield. A role model to many, she has embodied servant leadership during her time in office, a tenure largely defined by persevering through tragedy. When the eyes of the world were on Mayfield, Kentucky, Mayor Onan stepped up to the plate and delivered the leadership and empathy that West Kentucky needed. I'm proud to represent her in Congress, and I look forward to working with her as Graves County rebuilds. I yield back.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Massachusetts seek recognition?
I ask unanimous consent to address the House for 1 minute.
Without objection, so ordered.
Madam Speaker, I rise today to celebrate Pride Month by recognizing a LGBTQ-owned local business, the Good Hound. The Good Hound offers off-leash hikes, pet sitting, training, and socialization in my hometown of Newton. I first met owner Shannon Wood when my dog Donut joined the group of dogs he helps take care of every day. And every June, we look forward to seeing Donut and all of her friends sport Pride bandanas as they join Shannon for jaunts around our neighborhood. Pride Month is a time to celebrate the LGBTQ individuals we all know and love, who are crucial parts of our communities, economy, and families. Congress must stand up and support small LGBTQ-owned businesses across the country who serve our constituents every day. My family and Newton as a whole is better for the dedication, cheer, and openness that Shannon brings to the Good Hound. I yield back.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Wisconsin seek recognition?
I'd like to ask unanimous consent to speak for a minute.
Without objection, so ordered.
I want to give a story to my good friends in the press corps, because I always feel they have a shortage of interesting things in the paper. This concerns the excessive inflation we have under the current administration. The current administration claims that inflation in the last year has been 8.6%. I'm going to focus on two different parts of that. One is 5.5% for housing and 16.1% for used cars. I asked the press corps to call some local builders or builders anywhere around the country, builders, landlords, and assessors, and see if you can find anybody who thinks the cost of housing has only gone up by 5.5% in the last year. My goodness, the cost of interest by itself has almost doubled that time. The cost of many parts of a house have gone up. There is no way that's only 5.5%. And I think if you look around and ask to realtors and builders, they would laugh at that number. I would also ask you to call some car dealers around the country and see what they think about the idea that used cars have gone up 16.1% in the last year. They as well laugh at that. They
The gentleman's
feel the
time
number
has
has to be
expired.
significantly higher. So there's a gift to my friends in the
The gentleman